Welcome everybody. I hope I think I was away for the December one, so I hope everybody had a great holiday and I'm really looking forward to this year. I think it's going to be a good year. We have a lot going on. So I'm going to call the meeting to order. We don't have to vote for it to come to order. Um, but uh, I had not seen minutes from the last meeting. Am I correct on that?
You are correct.
Okay. So uh, I do know that our secretary is dealing with some family issues and stuff. So I'm sure that we will um, have something for next meeting and we can approve both the December and the January minutes at that particular time. So next on our agenda is going to be our election. I don't know, is Rob Amsterdam here by any chance?
Yes.
Hey, Rob Amsterdam, if you want to unmute
I'm here.
yourself.
Yes, I'm unmuted.
You're unmuted. Hey, how you doing, Rob?
Okay, good.
So, um, Rob and myself are basically running the election, but Rob is taking the point. I don't know, Rob, do you want to kind of give an overview as to what's going on, what people should expect in terms of emails? This would be members only, but
Okay.
but go ahead and do that.
Okay. Well, actually, Six is doing the interface with Election Buddy, and he is taking that. And I think as of the last email I saw, I think he has the membership list down to just a couple of duplicates, and I'll let him uh, update us on that. And then, yeah, there's a thumbs up, so it's done. And we have sent out a reminder this week, and we sent out a reminder last week. So at this point, it's just going to drop. It's Friday morning at or midnight Thursday night. Election Buddy will send out the notification with all the instructions on how to vote. And I'm a little remiss. I forget when we're closing the election. Is that Monday? We're closing the election
I think
six.
it's 5 days, isn't it?
Is it
I'll look it up and I'll post it.
I wrote all of those memos to go out, but I can't remember the exact dates. But I know that Friday it starts, and I think it's 5 days. So the election will close, I guess, next Tuesday. And at that point, we should be able to tabulate all the results.
Right.
Oh, the 5th.
And
Okay, right.
yeah, the fifth.
Thanks, Jess.
So 6 days, right?
Yep.
So and then just as a reminder, there's three-year spots that are open.
Right.
We have four people who are running, which is we're required by the bylaws to have one additional person than the number of seats that are running. All four are great candidates, I will say that. And I would love to have them all on the board, and we'll figure that out. So I want to thank Rob for stepping up and helping out with the election. I appreciate that. I also want to thank Six, who is doing the actual election buddy stuff. So that he's done that for a couple of years, done a great job, and he's continuing to do that. So if you were a member, check to make sure that you get an email from Election Buddy 6. So that would be on the 30th that would go out.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. Go ahead, Six.
It's January 30th at 12 a.m.
There'll be an email from Election
Yeah.
Buddy.
No,
Yeah.
it'll be from Folk Song Society.
Oh, well, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
See, and this is why I have you guys here. So, all right, Great. So that's the election, and then we'll announce what the results are, and the people who were elected to the 3-year terms will be officially put on the board at the February meeting. So, all right.
Great.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Rob. So next up, we're going to have Eric Robbins with the Treasurer's Report.
Great. Thanks, Eric. All right. Can everyone see my screen? Yep. Thank you. Great. Good evening, everyone. All right. So here are the highlights for this report. We have over $485,000 in cash and $500,000 in net assets, which is the equity of the organization. Do have about $101,000, which is designated for the festival for this year. We did collect the final amounts due from Up to Events on the 2025 festival. Excuse me. Happy to say we are done altogether with our relationship with Up to Events now, selling festival tickets on Eventbrite's website, and you can get your tickets now. We've sold over $125,000 worth to date. That's pretty much from the New Year's Eve sale run. Very little has sold since that ended. All right, so if we look at the income statement for the month, you can see we have 126, close to 127,000 in festival ticket sales. We also have Shay ticket sales. A couple people went on and bought their tickets. We did receive the grant that we get annually from the Martin Guitar Foundation, which is to support the work we do in the culture tent, $10,000 there. Donations for the month, 2,300. Dues very high for the month, 11,300. A lot of people do renew in January, and unlike our normal dues, which is anniversary date from when you join, our MAC dues are calendar year based, so everyone in MAC renews in January. So that's up a lot, and we earned $800 for the money we have invested in the bank. So total revenue of a little over 152. Expenses for the month of 12,000. So net income for the month of close to 140. Expenses, you can see broken between the festival. That's just our monthly payment to our festival director. We haven't incurred any other festival expenses yet, though they'll start coming now that we're into the new year. And expenses just for the society of 5,200, which is very high for one given month, and that's because we renewed the software for the annual software that we have that supports our membership database. So at the end of the picture, the end of the month, our balance sheet is looking pretty good. 485,000 in cash, over 500,000 in total assets. We have some receivables, money due from Eventbrite. They hold money back as retention on sales, so they still owe us money. Do have some receivables that relate back to the 25 festival that are still due to us. I hope we don't have to write them off. Right now, you can see they're still on the books as owed to us. Our liabilities are all current. We have nothing on the line of credit, so we're doing great there. So out of our 500,000 of assets, it's all equity. 400,000 kind of unrestricted society equity, and what I have is designated for festival. That's basically the running balance of the bottom line for the festival. All revenues and all expenses to date have netted 101. Obviously, that's going to change as we go on, incur lots of expenses, and hopefully sell lots of tickets. All right, that's it for the treasurer's report.
All right, thank you, Eric. And next up, since we were talking about the festival, I'm going to turn it over to Michael Braunfeld, our festival director, to update us on what's going on with Fest.
Thank you, Eric. Good evening, everybody. Well, as Eric Robbins was just discussing, since our last public meeting, tickets for the 63rd Philadelphia Folk Festival went on sale on January 1st. Early bird tickets are available now, so grab them while you can. I'd like to thank Eric Robbins once again for all of his hard work setting it up with our new platform, Eventbrite. Also, many thanks to Nancy Schwartz, Cheryl Tockett, Jess Holmeyers, and Josh Myers for helping to spread the word. The report this evening will be relatively brief. We're making slow but steady progress on the booking front. I expect to see a lot of movement over the next couple weeks and during February as things in the industry start picking up again. I am hoping to add some new programs to the weekend in the culture tent, speaking of that grant. And I've also been exploring some potential partnership ideas with like-minded organizations for that and the lobby tent and some other stages. I'm currently in the process of securing our live sound and lighting deal and am considering possible upgrades to those packages. I've had several meetings and calls with committees over the last month and various chairs about plans for August, and we are starting to move forward toward another great festival. There are a couple of changes in key positions. I'd like to thank Josh Myers once again for stepping in to lead our website efforts moving forward. Andrew Scarani did a wonderful job at the helm in 2025, and I know that we're going to be in good hands with Josh, who was a vital member of that team last year. I've also brought on Pat Gorley, who is a former festival chair and longtime veteran of the management team, to handle sponsorships and on-site coordination of sponsors during the festival. Rob Kutzik has been bringing Pat up to speed on our existing strategies at PFF, and past sponsors. Pat has a background in this arena and also obviously a firm grasp on the logistics at the festival, so I'm certain that we're going to benefit from her experience in 2026. The biggest news that I have for you is that I attended the Folk Alliance International Conference in New Orleans last week on behalf of the festival. I did have to cut my trip off a bit early by a day just to make sure I could actually make it back here to Philadelphia, given the weather, to be with you all here tonight. But it was a successful trip. It gave me the opportunity to reconnect with agents, artists, and reps. I got to see a whole bunch of very talented performers that I've had on my radar for a while now, finally live in person at their showcases. And I had the opportunity to sit on several panels in my time there, discussions that were designed for festivals and large venues. I somewhat jokingly referred to it, those meetings, as group therapy sessions. We're all struggling with the same challenges, and it was helpful to work together on potential solutions to those challenges. And honestly, just to be reassured of the fact that the same things that keep me up at night are keeping everyone else up as well. I also took on some private meetings with directors and marketing teams from other independent organizations and festivals. And I think that there are ways, both small and large, that we can support each other throughout the year. I'm not really certain the extent to which this has ever been explored before at Philly, but I do think there are opportunities for independent festivals and venues to help each other out, and I look forward to exploring the possibilities further. The key takeaway for me at FAI is that the Philadelphia Folk Festival still has some work to do in terms of restoring its legacy and repairing its reputation in the industry. And that work is first and foremost in my mind and in my efforts. At the same time, I'm very happy to report that everybody, every single person I spoke with in New Orleans, is super glad that we are back in business and that we're moving in the right direction again. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. And we got a chance to talk a little bit about your trip down there, so it was nice getting that update. I do want to throw it over to Joe Henderson just a bit. There's going to be more of a discussion or update in February, but if you want to just kind of briefly talk about the influencer program.
Absolutely. So I gathered a group of people last year, called it For the Folking Future, and basically it was trying to come up with some quick and easy ideas to start drawing younger people to the festival, either as day trippers or campers. And we got to start late in the game. We really didn't start till May. But one of the best ideas we had that was easiest to implement was bringing in social media influencers. And Jen and James Wallace uh, really, really spearheaded that. They've done a fantastic job. Last year, we didn't get started late till late in June or July. This year, they've actually started. I believe we have 8 influencers working for us. They're going to give us an update at next month's member meeting. But we are starting much earlier in the calendar this year, and hopefully we'll start to see some uptick in numbers at the festival, or at least some interest. Any questions?
We can take questions sort of during the Q&A
Fair enough.
part of it. Yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, I think there were 6 influencers last year. I think 8 were supposed to come, 6 actually ended up coming. I did talk with them, and all great people, and they did a good job in posting things. And I think it's just a matter of keeping
The great thing about it was in October, Jen and James gave us an analytical result of click-throughs and views and things like that too. So the numbers, even though we started in July, were pretty darn impressive for the amount of work they did. So hopefully this year will be better.
Yep. And I know James and Jen were they were on my committee, my original committee at Fest. They're like lifelong generational festers, and just great people. So
They're Who Hill, right?
Well, yep.
yep.
Well, thank you, Jan. Thank you, Jan.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right. So next up, I'm going to throw it over to Rob to talk about the Gene Shay and the Founders Award.
Yes. Thank you, Eric. So we have exciting news if you haven't heard. We're going to have our 3rd annual Gene Shay Founders Award benefit concert March 10th at the Colonial Theater again. There's going to be a silent auction. There's going to be a concert. But first, there'll be an awards ceremony before the concert. And our awardees are for the Gene Shay Award, Andrew Braunfeld and Annie Stevenson Smith. And both were unanimous votes. So in addition, the Founders Award, before I get into the Founders Award, the Volunteer Committee Spotlight Award is going to the Production Committee. Longtime Fest volunteers made that decision in the committee. Obviously, there's many great committees. So this year we're spotlighting that committee. The Founders Award is going to none other than the legendary Tom Paxton. And Tom is going to give a rare performance. He's not playing as often in the area anymore, so we're very excited to have him there. The first 2 years that we had the Gene Shay event, we gave away a lot of free tickets, and some members waited till the end. We're not going to do that this year, but what we are going to do is we're going to give a special discount, a major discount to our members, starting February 1st. That's Monday, I believe, or Sunday even, Sunday or Monday. And every member who is at the standard membership of $35 or $55 or $90 house band will get a 20% discount if you buy your Gene Shay tickets, which of course we need you to do for fundraising. If you do that between the 1st and the 15th. Any member who is a premium member will be able to get either a VIP ticket, buy one, get one free, or a general admission ticket, buy one, get one free. Now, we are going to also offer this to any non-members. So if you know some folks that have been have the membership lapsed or If any of you haven't actually checked lately, we definitely need people to rejoin during this time period. We're going to try to get back to 1,000 members. We're at 800 something at this point. Our goal for this event is $40,000. And I want to thank Michael, who has put together a wonderful show. Not only Tom Paxton, but the Don Juans will be playing, as well as Kathy Fink and Marcy Marxer. So that should be a wonderful show in itself. I want to thank all the others that are working on already, our marketing team, Nancy and Carol, and everyone that has been working on this. It's going to be a big committee. All of the activities that are happening outside of the auditorium are going to be the responsibility of Cammie Taylor. And I will be focused on the award ceremony this year and the fundraising, and Michael will be producing the actual music. There'll be a pre get together as well as a post get together for the higher level tickets, the VIP tickets. After the event, you will get to meet the performers. Before the event is for our special tickets. I don't know if I've left anything out about the Gene Shay event. There's probably something I left out. Oh, you'll be able to get ads and do a shout out to the honorees. If you want to do a shout out, just email me. We will have some type of portal online, but we'd be very happy to just have your email and we can tell you what to do. As far as the ads, we'll be doing that as well. And of course, we would love to have sponsors. We're hoping to have our 2 sponsors back. We've had 2 incredibly generous long-time members. Will be approaching them again, and hopefully they will help out again. And that will get us 25% of the way right then and there.
And just a reminder, the event is going to be March 10th, and it's going to be at the Colonial.
Right, where the Blob is. It's a Tuesday night, and there's parking. There's a little bit of a walk, so you might want to let somebody out, but there are parking lots all over the place, but they're all about 2 or 3 blocks away. So as long as it's not too cold on March 10th, it should be fine. But you can, if you're 2 people are driving, just let someone off and you'll find parking.
What time do doors open?
Doors open at 6 p.m. Silent auction officially begins at 6:15. The pre-ceremony, it's not a ceremony, it's a get-together upstairs with food, is at 6 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, the award ceremony begins. And by 8 o'clock, the concert will be beginning. Shouldn't be quite as long a night as last time. We have 1 less honoree, which will shorten the award ceremony a bit. And we also have a great production team with Michael leading it. So we'll get out of there a little bit more on time this year.
Okay. I'm going to keep it with Rob and kind of let you direct the conversation. I don't know if you want to bring other people in, but we have as we've been coming back, we've been trying to add programming, and this year we are going to we're gonna have to vote for it.
Right. So we'll present it. I'm going to present the overall, and then I'm going to turn it over to Claire, who'll give a couple more details. Claire,
well, let me tell everybody what it is.
Sure. Surprise!
So we're gonna have Spring Thing come back in potentially if we vote on it, and I think that we probably are. But to lead the discussion, and then again, I guess I'll call for a vote to actually approve it, which we're going to do at this meeting. But Rob, do you want to direct the discussion because you sort of know?
Sure, I'm going to set just a general. This is something that we've been hearing from our members that they've wanted for a while. Our members, led by a team on the committee, the co-chairs are Six and Claire, and Annie has also played a critical role in gathering information. And those 3 have spearheaded a team, and they'll tell us about it in a moment. Why don't they share a little bit, and then I'll go around to actually prepare the board for a vote on this. So Claire, why don't I hand it off to you, and you can describe a little bit about what the plan is.
Okay. Well, we're going to be at the College Settlement Camp, which is in Horsham. Yeah, it's a little bit different than going to Canada. It's closer to home. It's a little more, it's smaller, a little more low key. It's kind of, we're building back. Um, it's a little cozier. Um, so Six and I are gonna be working on this. So far, we've divvied up that Six is gonna be point person for the music and production end of it. And since I've always done volunteer food, I'm kind of been paying a lot of attention to that. We've we have a maximum capacity of 190 people. It's a sort of a small camp. Um, you're close together. We would be arriving Friday afternoon of Memorial Day weekend and leaving Sunday afternoon. So it's going to be a little bit shorter. Um, it's going to be the classic Friday evening potluck. We're going to have breakfast. We're going to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, um, late night pizza, workshops. Six is going to figure all that part out. Um, so it's going to be a little different, but it's going to be kind of cozy, and it's going to be good to see everybody again.
We appreciate all the work that you're doing on that. I do have a couple comments. We have not found any red flags in the budget, so I believe that we're going to approve this based on our confidence that it's designed not to lose money, but if it loses a little bit, that would not endanger PFS in any way. The other thing I will say from my perspective is it takes a lot of volunteers to run this. I'm hoping that I will not have that much involvement. Certainly between now and the Gene Shay event, I don't plan on being involved at all. If you need to loop me back in after that event for meetings or whatever, I'd be glad to be online for the meetings anyway that I can support you. I do know that the whole issue of tickets, not you want to call it tickets, registration, that whole system, we're going to need to have volunteers as well involved. I know I've spoken a bit to Erin, who may be putting that entire registration system on our Give Butter that has an event capability. But that piece, my sense of it is unless you guys are able to take a lot of initiative very soon, we'll probably not get going until around April 1st, a week or two or three after the Gene Shay event. When we'll put that together, I'll be able to assist a little bit, and hopefully Erin will help out in developing it. Erin's here. She probably knows, we haven't talked a lot about it, but she did mention that she thinks it has the capability. I also have gotten a commitment from Jan Alba from Rusty and Jan to head the registration. So I'm hoping that you and Six will be able to lead that team, but I will be available for you after April 1st on to assist in that capacity if necessary. But I'm hoping not to have too much involvement. I know that you have a long-standing history with this event, people that know what they're doing, and also want to thank Diane Tankel and Sufu. I don't know if they're here, but they have offered to be advisors as well, and they were instrumental in helping us realize that this is doable again. So thanks to everything they've done, and you have them. So with that said, I'm going to be quiet. There's an opportunity for discussion by the board. I don't know if the members can ask at this point, and then we'll make a motion and second it. Eric, do we just open the discussion for the board or for the whole membership, or what?
I would say to the board, like, we need to call for a vote and then vote to approve it. I think that definitely during the Q&A, if people have additional questions about it, we can answer those questions then. The board has sort of been kept abreast at what was going on, throughout this. But if any board members have any questions before we call for a vote, because I know that there was a proposed budget that was floating around.
Yeah.
Generally, you would do make the motion, second the motion, discuss, then call the vote.
I have one more comment before we make the motion. We do need the support of everybody here. If you have grandchildren, please take an opportunity to introduce them to folk music, this is the opportunity to do that. If you've attended in the past, please come back. There's going to be a daily trip ticket that there's going to be a PFS member early bird. There's going to be all of that. We haven't, I proposed it. That'll be ironed out with the committee, but we do have a proposal of how to line that up. And I do want to say that I want to make sure that you have enough volunteers, Claire and Six, to actually run the thing. I want to make sure that you feel you do at this point. Do you want to continue to recruit people at this point?
Eddie has a spreadsheet of all the people who have offered to do things, and
Right.
it's quite an extensive list.
Excellent,
So
excellent.
I think we're in good shape with that.
Okay,
So once we get to go ahead, we can start looking at what jobs we need to fill and fill those positions.
beautiful.
Another thing I wanted to mention is we'll be open to RVs and tent camping at this particular location.
Wonderful. So
And
procedure-wise, yeah, I'll be quiet now.
it is an excellent place for, we're really encouraging families to come because it's a very child friendly because it's sort of condensed and not as spread out as some of the other venues we've had. It's just a really nice place to bring children. There's whole trails that they can ride their bikes through and things like that. So we're really encouraging this is a family activity.
Do any of the board members want to motion to approve spring thing?
I motion to approve the spring thing.
Anybody second? Okay. So any other discussion or questions? Okay. I'm going to call for the vote. All in favor of approving spring thing for this year? Raise your hand, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So all the board members have approved it. So spring thing is a go. So
Yay.
Thank you.
go help, if you're going, help them out, make it a great event. And then we'll go from there. All right. So next up, Rob, I'm going to kind of stick with you because we have the development report next.
Yeah, you're probably sick of hearing from me, but we have some new other things coming up. I want to, first of all, again, as Michael mentioned, I want to thank Pat Gurley for stepping up and taking the sponsorship piece. We have a great model that has been very successful. We went from 0 to 4 to 9 sponsorships, but it's a lot of work, and she has a lot of experience, so we're hopeful that we're going to continue to do well in that area. I've turning my attention to some other things in development, and I want to thank Rob Amsterdam for agreeing to work with me and be the chair of the grants. We also want to thank Annie for all of her assistance that she's been doing. She provides us with a lot of information. But Rob, I just either sent you an email or it's stuck in my outbox. I don't know if I said it yet. But it basically will outline kind of what he'll be doing, which will include looking at a grants calendar that was developed. I want to thank, I guess I could thank Bill Dalton and company. It was their son, Marie and Bill. Their son referred to an individual who is a consultant, and I vetted her, and we got a very excellent deliverable that we can work with that will allow us to create our own grant schedule. And then we're going to have, at this point, we have 9 RSVPs for tomorrow night, some of whom are already experienced grant writers, some of whom are just beginners. And we're hoping to be able to begin to get that moving. So instead of just having the Martin Foundation and the DCED grant in 2026, we hope to at least submit 4 to 6 grants, if not more. And these are, of course, different than sponsorships. We did over 30 sponsorship submissions last year, and we got only a couple. But So it's a lot of work, but it's worth it because it's bigger money, especially with the grants. So that's the grant piece. We've already talked about the event piece. Individual giving, we're working on 2 prospects for endowment that we think are very good prospects. One of them has already expressed interest. I've gotten some information from Charlie, but I'm going to loop in Barry Rabin, whether or not he's officially a board member, which I'm sure he will be one way or the other. He's kind of tentatively agreed to help with that. We haven't made him a chair or anything, and hopefully for endowment, we can get that going this year. Charlie also will play a role there, hopefully. And beyond that, individual giving, events, grants, sponsorships, I think we're covering pretty much the whole shebang with resource development. We have a nice design now that should be able to help sustain the organization, even when I'm gone and when other people are gone, if we follow the plan.
Great. Thank you, Rob.
Sure.
Great. Is Erin here where she would want to give a membership report?
I am. Hi.
Hey, Erin. Hope you're feeling better.
I'm getting there. Thank you. So getting everything ready for the vote. We're at about 830 members right now, which is a dip, but it's one that I was kind of expecting because it reflects, I know a while ago I told everybody about this, but just a refresher, our new system can't process $3 a month donation levels, which is something our old system did do. So that was the last step kind of moving into this new system, is to basically let those people know that their memberships were going to expire and ask them to sign up on the new site, which some have, but most haven't, just because it usually takes a couple of reminders for things like that. So we're kind of in that place. But when we do the Jean Shay membership drive kind of thing, we're hoping to get I'm hoping that some of those people will come back just through the couple of reminders, because when something's on monthly auto renew for a long time, you're used to it just going through. So hopefully that'll pick back up. And I think that's about it. We're in a really good place with the new system. It's kind of at the point where it is going to just start going kind of on autopilot. So I'm excited about that. And that also means that pretty soon, I've got some other people I got to talk to about this, but we'll be able to start sending out more information about the membership site, that members will be able to actually log in and see their membership information. There's some plans to have some archive videos in there that people would be able to have access to. So that's still being ironed out, but that's in the very near future. So that's exciting. I think that's all I have.
Great. Thank you, Erin. And talking about archives, the archives report is up next, but Trish is on vacation. So I will just say that Trish does a fantastic job with our archives. She continues to, basically convert stuff. And we have some exciting things that might be happening with the archives. They might not. We'll have to see. But definitely, if we can get a membership area where people can see some of them, that would be fantastic. So, Trish, if you watch this later, I hope you're enjoying your vacation. Next up, we're going to go to Mara with the Musical Arts Cooperative MAC report.
Hi. Can you guys see me? Terrific. No, you can't yet. I'm going to talk about the open mics, and then I'm going to turn it over to Chris Pereno, who is the newer booking committee chair, to talk about the upcoming shows. Do I have share screen abilities, Six?
Yes, you do.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, so our open mics, hopefully this is showing. Coming up, we have our monthly virtual open mic. That's always held on the third Wednesday of the month. And I actually have a change. I forgot to note the change here. Tom Cooney, after 4 years of excellent service, is stepping back from co-hosting, and Brian Huff of the group Night Ride Home is stepping in as co-host for us. I will put this in the chat when we're able to, so if anybody wants to sign up for the open mic, you can either use the registration form or email me. Our in-person open mic will be Tuesday, February 17th at the Keswick Theater Annex, just following the Edge Hill Rounders performance, which Chris will talk about. Sign up around 6:30. Performance 7 to 8. Open mic from 8 to 9. It's free, first come, first served, and Rob Lincoln is the host. Anybody can contact him for more information. I will stop my sharing. And I'm going to turn this over to Chris Carreno, who is in here as Swing That Cat, to give the performance update. Thank you.
Probably can hear me now. Hi, I'm Chris Perino, and I am the booking committee chairman. The upcoming MAC events for February will be first at Malalani Cafe on February 6th. Lisa Chose is playing that night. On the Tuesday, the 17th, accompanying the open mic at the Keswick will be at Chill Rounders, as was just mentioned. On Thursday, the 19th, will be Ami Yaris and Last Chance at Naked Brewing in Bristol. And on Thursday, the 26th of February, we had a little bit of date change here. At Warehouse 3 in Swarthmore will be Six and Brother John. We have an additional set of events happening through the year. The best way to keep track of that is if you go to the Philly Folk Song website, you can look at upcoming match shows, and I'll show you just here. If you're looking at the menu here, go to Music Artists Cooperative, choose shows, and it will actually show you the current calendar. You will be able to see multiple months as they appear. And if you hit the subscribe, it will link to your own personal calendar, whether using Google Calendar or Mac Calendar or something like that. You can actually have this attached directly into your calendars, so you'll always know when the shows are and when they're coming up. And with that, if there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, just keep in touch with new shows.
Here we go. I'll put that info in the chat, Chris, when they let me for each show. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Thank you, Chris and Mara. Next up, we have Julie Leinhauser with our community outreach.
Hey, everyone. Happy January. Sorry. Looking at some February concerts we have coming up. Highlighting ones with discounts first. Our RSP sponsorship or partnership has Woodflower on 2/6 at 118 North. Members get 28% off to that show. Tyler Ramsey and Carl Bromel at Milk Boy on 2/22, and Briscoe at Milk Boy on the 25th. For giveaways coming up, we've got some really great shows at the Sellersville on February 13th. They are giving us a pair of tickets to Vanessa Collier. So they were really gracious, and thank you to the folks at the Sellersville for that. We also have Larry Fleet at the Keswick, some pairs of tickets to give away to that. If you like the music of Joni Mitchell, we have Joni Jam, a tribute to Joni Mitchell at the Keswick on February 21st. I've also got tickets to Vicki Peterson of the Bengals and John Cowsill at the Sellersville on the 24th. And I do have some pairs of tickets to that Briscoe show at Milk Boy. I will put those contests in the chat shortly. Thank you.
And if you went to Fest last year, you saw Vanessa Collier. She's fantastic. And if you win those tickets, I will be there with my wife. Come say hi. Mm-hmm. So we already got the tickets, so I'm not going for the free ones. So thank you, Julie.
Thanks, y'all.
I am now going to open it up to the membership for questions and hopefully some answers. Dave, go ahead. You're up.
Thanks, Eric. A real quick one. Do we have as yet, or are we planning to have a place for members to view prior board meeting minutes and prior tune-ups?
So for the board meetings, there is a YouTube channel.
Not the meeting itself, the minutes.
Oh, the minutes?
Right.
Don't you want to watch them? I don't. I mean, that would in what I would say in the membership area, when we have that going, that is something that we should have. especially the minutes. Well, and the tune-ups, I am not sure about. That's a good idea. That is not something that I was thinking about specifically, but we
They
could
were in the old membership area,
Yeah.
the area back in the day, but just a reminder that they should be brought back.
Well, and here's what I would say is I don't think anybody would have an objection to that. I think we're still kind of figuring out the kinks of that area. So as soon as we have it, any suggestion like that, if we don't have it, I think that's something that we could do. But
Fair enough.
yeah. All right. Any other questions? Mara has her hand up, but go ahead.
Yeah, I've asked this in the past, but I was wondering, I noticed in the financials about $5,000 a month PFS operating expenses or costs. I'm curious if it would be able to, at a future meeting, just give us a cursory breakdown. I imagine there's some fixed cost every month that we pay, like rent, insurance, things like that. It just would be great to know, or if that's all festival, salaries, like that would just be good to know. So that's my request.
Eric, you're on mute.
Oh, I was still muted. You guys couldn't hear me, I guess, right?
No,
I'm sorry, Mara.
Eric was being.
We heard you.
Okay.
Yeah, you had requested, we talked about it one meeting, and I did go down the list and say some things that we have. Our normal monthly expenses are a lot less than that five. That included $3,000, which was a renewal of the software that it's an annual expense for the software we use for our membership. So other than that, our monthly is only around 2,000, maybe 3,000. We pay $500 for our office. We also pay, for phone lines and internet, and stuff. And then we also pay monthly software costs from Zoom and QuickBooks and Robly, and we have some annual costs there too. So it's really very low operating costs that we have monthly, and the amount of contributions and dues that we get typically in a given month are about double of what our fixed costs are.
Okay. Jefferson, you're up next. Jefferson, if you're talking, you're on mute.
Mute. There you go.
Okay.
And we have this little thing here too.
Your video is turned off.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn on. There we go. Yeah, I know how to do this. Yeah, I've been working with Julie on Philadelphia Folk Song Society Presents Last Tuesdays, where we're bringing in touring artists from around the country and matching them up with local artists. And here at the last Tuesday in February is going to be Pat Wichter coming down from New York, and our local guy, Gene Smith. And it's at Well Crafted Beer in Lansdale. Great beer, no cover, much better than average bar food. And to ask Joe here, we're packing them in. We're getting a lot of folks there and introducing them to folk music. It's good.
What was the date on that, Jefferson? At Well Crafted?
At Well Crafted Beer, that's on the 24th. That's the last Tuesday of every month. Okay. And I was at Folk Alliance. I just got back from Folk Alliance with a 3-day stay in airports. But we made connections with a lot of touring artists that are going to be coming up, and you're going to be. It's going to be a lot of really, really good shows.
Great. Thank you, Jefferson. Next up is Mike.
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you now. Yep.
Okay.
Your video is off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. There I am. Hey, just a quick question as far as things go for advertising this year versus last, because I did hear that you had 2 more influencers for this year, plus you're getting an earlier start, just because it seemed like I haven't been to the fest until last year, but I heard attendance was down. Like, just question, like, what are we doing to get that attendance up?
Sure. So the influencer program, we were supposed to have 8 last year, 2 ended up not coming. And we were thinking that around 8 was sort of a manageable number of influencers. And again, that is for again trying to reach a younger audience, than us graybeards. So and Joe and Jen and James have been kind of heading that up. So that's sort of like one piece in and of itself that is operating. And then in terms of marketing itself, Nancy Schwartz, who is also running for the board, is our marketing chair. I think that Nancy, if you want to kind of say what your approach is, I know things are still in the works, but sort of how you see things that are going to be different this year than last year. That kind of
Yeah, absolutely. So, hi, Mike.
Hey.
Good question. So, last year there was a bit of a gap that we had as an organization where marketing was not really being focused on for a number of different reasons. Eric or someone, if you want to get into that, you can. So I joined the Folk Festival marketing team as a co-lead probably 6 weeks before Fest. So I think that there was some false starts and maybe some things that could have been handled better. They will be handled better this year. We already are, on social media, we're promoting, we're advertising. Last year we had to, pull together a program at the very last, 11th hour. So I think this year, by being ahead of things and looking at all of the opportunities, I think we'll be in a much better place. I can go into more details maybe in a future meeting, but for this meeting, rest assured that we know that there were some things that could have happened better last year, and this year we're going to address those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I was one of the vendors last year. It was my first year there with Humpty's Dumplings. I know I've been there before, but it was my first year. So I did meet you, Nancy. And yeah, I got, all the other vendors were talking to me. So I just wanted to like jump on your meeting and kind of like find out where this is heading this year versus last.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm going to also say, it's interesting, I think, festivals in general. And Mike, I don't know whether you do. I mean, I've been to other events that you've been at, so. But I think festivals in general are sort of having a little bit of a tough time. There's, things that we can do to improve, which I think we're taking those things on and taking them seriously to try to increase our attendance. I mean, I think we're always going to have a good base. It's just getting those extra people the new people to show up. That being said, the society and Nancy can do a lot, but what I would say to everybody here and also our vendors, like the more you help promote the event, the better it's going to be too, because people who Mike, I don't know if you have like a mailing list or something like that, like an email, blast or whatever, but there's going to be people in your sphere that we're not touching or don't see the advertising that we're doing. And again, members and people who go to the fest who might, be on this call or watch this later. My feeling is that advertising for the festival, it's a great festival, but we also need to have, people say how great it is.
Yeah.
And we all need to we're all marketing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Nancy, feel free to reach out to us. Like, I think that's a great idea, like reaching out to the vendors with your
You get put on mute. You're making a great point, and you went on mute again.
You have to unmute, Mike.
I did. I don't know why it's popping back on. Sorry. But yeah, great point. Feel free to reach out to us and other vendors. Because yeah, we'd love to share. And like my daughter was there last year, had a great time. She stayed. Yeah. And great atmosphere. So I have no problem spreading the word, saying it's great, fun, come out.
Great.
That's it.
Okay. And just to give you guys a plug, I love your dumplings. Anytime we go to the Keswick, that's where we have dinner. So
yeah, pop by. All right. Thanks a lot.
Right. Thanks.
All right. Thanks.
Any other questions or anybody? No? All right. Well, basically, I'm going to adjourn the meeting.